Sorry, I just got hit by a rock. From whatever is inside, whether it's... Sorry, I just got hit by a rock. Then you're seeing the Tidal Max just across the street. I'm okay. I've been hit with much worse in my day. You're seeing the Tidal Max just up the street, right across, and that's another from whatever is inside, whether it's... Sorry, I just got hit by a rock.
I am ready now.
Coming to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan.
Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
And what can we expect?
Surprises!
Engineered by Jay Timko and produced by Eric Beatty. And without further delay, it's showtime! Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Hello, hello. Welcome to the Detroit Cast. Wednesday edition of the Detroit Cast, our last for the week for the holiday.
Is that a little break?
Yeah, we'll take a few days off.
You're giving us 2 days off, Mike?
Yes. Yes.
Is it paid or unpaid days? Holiday days.
Those would be unpaid.
Time and a half on Sunday.
Yeah, if we were working, you'd get time and a half, but we're not, so you don't. So
Okay.
sorry. Yeah, I hated whenever the Drew and Mike show would go out on vacation and we wouldn't say anything. It drove me out of my mind because it's like nobody's fooled.
I
What
know.
are you fooling people?
Turn
Come
on
on.
the radio the next morning. You're like,
It's
wait
wait a
I've heard
minute.
this before.
Yeah, it's like
I never got that. I didn't
I've
get that.
never understood it either. I felt like it was rude.
As if people were gonna tune in next Monday, like today, like this is our last day, and we weren't gonna have a show tomorrow. As if they would tune in and go, "Oh my God, this isn't new."
Yeah.
It's
Ridiculous. So, anyways, yeah, we'll take the normal holiday, and more so not because we need a day off, but just because I feel like people won't be listening. Like
Right.
people get busy with their holiday stuff, and it's
Right.
like, why bother doing A+ material if no one's gonna hear it, right?
that's the funny thing. Actually, the funny thing actually is,
On Thanksgiving,
Well,
listening to this, you know what I mean? It's not going to happen.
No.
well, like Jay has a family and Jay has a family. But in reality, if you told me though, that's the funny thing is if you told me, hey, we're gonna do one on Thursday, I probably would still just show up Thursday morning and be
Oh
like,
yeah, me too.
I don't give a fuck. Like,
I would too, to be honest.
All right, maybe we will. I don't think anyone would want to hear it. We could be here doing it, but
maybe I shouldn't have said that. No.
no, you're right. Anyway, it is a Wednesday. I'm absolutely dog tired from partying all night.
It's a big night last night.
Oh, dude, the entertainment did not end last night. It was awesome. We will do other stuff. The Wizard of Oz costume sold for quite a pretty penny.
I don't blame it. It's
Yeah.
sweet.
It is pretty sweet. We got some student prostitutes. We got 2 flesh-eating maggots. Jose and Hose B
Back in the news.
back in the news. We'll get to that in a minute. But how could we not start with hashtag knock that shit off in Ferguson, Missouri? And I'm assuming. Well, one thing's for sure. We know that Mike Brown Sr. is back from soon. Last we knew he'd gone to soon, and we didn't know when he was coming back. It seemed odd of all times to split town and go to visit family or whatever he was doing in soon, whether he was on vacation or what.
We have actually a funny email about that, or I think this was on Facebook. Brad wrote in. He said, "My family and I were planning on going on vacation to Yosemite this summer, but after today, I'm scratching that and booking a vacation package to soon. I hear soon is nice in the summer. Can't wait to go to soon."
Yeah.
Jay,
What?
this is so embarrassing to admit. I
We didn't
saw
get
that
it.
post earlier today. I read it twice and I didn't understand the joke.
Were you here for the show?
Yes, I just didn't. I read it on my phone. If that makes it any better.
No.
No excuse.
Now
No.
you're reading it now. It's like, duh.
What did you think it meant?
I so didn't understand why he was sending this to us. I'm like, okay.
Good for you. Enjoy your time at soon.
Yeah, it's like, you know what it is? I didn't read the soon part. I think I just said, oh, I was going on a vacation and we're gonna postpone it and stuff. And I'm
You're like, irrelevant to me. How does that affect me?
It's just in the Facebook post.
Oh,
I'm glad
It's
you
actually
read
a very clever joke by Brad.
I agree. But we know that Brown Sr. got back at some point during the day from his trip to Soon, and because last we knew he was gone to Soon, and we didn't know what that meant. It seemed odd that he would pick that time of all times you could go to Soon. He would pick then, the day of the indictment, non-indictment. We know that is coming in, and people were skeptical of why it was read so late. I'm assuming that they were just waiting for Senior to get back from Soon before they made the announcement.
Dude, I was reading an article, one of the many today, and it started to talk about Senior, and it talked about him wearing a T-shirt. And I'm like, oh my God, they're going to quote it. And unfortunately, it was a different T-shirt.
Oh,
It said,
yeah.
I
No
am Mike
justice, no-
Brown.
oh,
yeah, no
yeah.
justice, no peace, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn it, I wanted to see that T.O.
there it is. Gone to Soon. Be back tomorrow.
Damn it, man.
Take
Gone to Soon.
And that's
Um,
fully licensed, and he owns it. So don't try to sell that shit, Grandmama.
Oh yeah, you don't want to do that. Take a pipe to the head doing that. But yeah, I gotta say, and this will probably sound bad,
Oh boy.
but
If Mike
No, I was
admits
just gonna,
that,
that's what I was just gonna say. Like, if this
if Mike realizes that and states it, it's really gonna sound bad. What you got, Mike?
well,
there should be a remix, by the way. Celebration with a 1, 2, 2.
what do?
What do?
What did
It's
that
a gentleman do?
Oh my! Where is it?
What do you do?
It's all a party going on right here. But I found myself literally by myself like a maniac cheering at my TV last night.
Why?
Cheering?
I mean, literally laughing, pointing, cheering. I mean,
Yeah, that does sound bad.
like, honestly, since the Niners were in the Super Bowl a couple years, I don't think I've been that excited to watch an event on TV.
You were very excited yesterday. And granted, we sat here for like 10 hours waiting for it, so
Ugh.
there was kind of that anticipation, like, all right, just let us know so we can fucking
Yeah.
finish this. But it felt like the ball was about to drop. It felt like New Year's Eve.
Right. Or it
As
did
we
in
were
the
creeping
house.
closer
did.
to 9 o'clock,
It
like,
was.
oh, 4 more minutes, 3 more minutes.
I mean, I was so nervous. I was literally like a little kid Christmas morning,
he was.
and I
ladies
was
and
nervous.
gentlemen.
I kept leaning over to counsel and going, Jay, is it possible that they could screw me on New Year's Eve like this? Is it possible they could take this away from me? And then all of a sudden, as if you heard the jingle bells on the roof as Santa was landing on your roof, and you just knew the fat man was going to come down that chimney any second now.
You heard no true bill.
No, I didn't hear that. What I heard was Officer Wilson has not been asked to turn himself over
Right.
to police. And I went, yes!
It was about 20 minutes prior, right? Where
Yeah.
the New York Times was reporting.
New York Times was the first to break that news. It was like, ooh.
That's what was perplexing us. Like, dude, why hasn't this leaked?
Yeah.
You know, I get why
Shocking.
the shit hadn't leaked prior when they were just deliberating about the evidence, but
Mhm.
once they had their decision, I couldn't believe that didn't leak.
I know. And so anyway, that party got crazier than even I imagined. Like, I knew it was going to be 4th of July and Christmas all in one, but I did not see, like, literally every New Year's Eve since '99 all wrapped into one, and boom, there it went. And it was unbelievable seeing, like, 30 cars in a row ablaze.
All with electrical problems, apparently.
Yeah, they all had these
Amazing.
electric problems. Who knew bricks would just fall out of the sky like
Oh.
that? I mean, it was, and I don't know. It's so funny. These people, all we heard for 3 months was residents of Ferguson saying two things. One, that all these outsiders were coming to town and making us look bad, right? We heard that like crazy. All these outsiders who are not from our neighborhood are coming to town and making us look bad. You heard that over and over, and then you heard the militarization of the police. They've just intensified this. They've made this way worse than it needs to be by being asshole cops, violent cops that are messing with peaceful protesters. Well, last night, there were 80 arrests, of which almost all of them were local residents. Almost all of them were from Ferguson and St. Louis. Sorry, is what it is. You torched your own neighborhood. That's why it was so funny to me to watch, because who are you hurting? Now you don't have a hair weave place to go to anymore. Now you got to drive an hour to get a hair weave. Sorry.
Where are you going to get cigarellos now?
Good luck. Yeah.
Crash that market.
Wasn't that nice? They had literally put black hands, like hands up, all over that wall at the Ferguson market. They had black hands on the windows, like, oh, we in support of you. We support you too. And they just kicked those fucking doors down, and they couldn't break into that store fast enough and just loot the bejesus out of it.
Watching people run out looting is so entertaining in a sense, even
It is
though
amazing
like they're
to watch.
walking with like a case
Just
of beer,
anything
they're,
they could grab.
like,
you know?
anything.
like water bottles,
Twinkies.
Gatorade.
Like,
Doesn't matter.
You're gonna run home with that now and then come
Yeah.
back? Or you
Maybe.
really?
They're just
It's like-
running like
Yeah.
you know,
You look like thug, terrorist, savage animal pieces of shit, garbage dickheads running out with, and if you counted it up and you went, wow, you've got about $33.28 worth of shit in your hands. Hope it was worth it.
Yeah.
Hope it was worth it. Wow, you got a new meal tonight. You got a case of beer. Wow, good job. You
Couple
got
bottles of Gatorade.
yeah, and some Jordans. Wow, hope it was worth it. The whole world is watching, assholes.
Opportunistic assholes.
Yep.
Just the furthest thing from honoring a fallen victim.
Yeah.
You know? It's
Ha,
that-
laughable, by the way,
Seriously.
fallen victim.
yeah.
Give me a break. And it's funny too when you see the reaction of the people. It's like, here's this guy. I thought he did a great job, by the way, the prosecutor, who was in an extremely difficult position. He knew he was basically striking a match to that blaze. when he was reading that non-indictment that was predicted months ago here. He was basically striking the match. He knew that city was going to go up in flames, and yet he went piece by piece and said, here's what happened. Here were the facts. And I don't know if it was a 93 vote. It was probably at least a 93 vote. I'm not sure. They're not telling us. I don't know why. But, yeah, the other thing, though, that we kept hearing all this time was about the police and their rah, rah, rah. Well, now the police stayed back. Said, all right, have your fun. Have your fun. And now they're all bitching that there was no police here to help us. It's like, you can't win.
Well, and you can't win. The subject of the prosecutor, we talked about it yesterday, too. His stance on just inserting all the evidence. He couldn't win. If he didn't do that, it would have been, oh, he held back.
Yeah.
He should have inserted it all. And, he's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't.
Yeah.
Righty?
It's hard because that's such a cliche statement, but it fits. It's a problem.
It's totally true. And he's being made out to be the villain by the family, of
Oh,
course.
my God.
Whoa,
Did you see
what
the
a
press
shock.
conference today at the church?
No.
There was a press conference
With
today at the
Sharpton.
church with Sharpton, Ben Crump, who he wants to indict the system.
I know.
He wants the system indicted.
I want the system's
I'm
on
telling
trial.
you, these fucking race baiting, race separating, just trying to stick their nose in somewhere. Like the last people that want peace are these fucking criminal asshole attorneys and friends of the family. Just they started this shit, in my
Totally.
opinion.
Like, I don't even blame the family. It's easy to look at the family and just sort of chuckle to yourself and go, so ignorant, so stupid. What are they acting like this for? But
Yeah.
it's because these assholes flew in, when it first happened. They ignited the fire. They poured gas on it.
Mm-hmm.
They validated these feelings of unfairness originally.
Of injustice.
And yeah,
Injustice.
and they just blew it up. And you can't really blame
Mhm.
the family or the people around them.
Seems very opportunistic and taking advantage of a
Fuck yeah.
situation. And I agree with you. I wasn't surprised to see the mother's reaction.
Yeah.
The
All of a sudden you
stepfather
have
was
just these-
hilarious, but
Oh, dude.
we'll play it in a minute.
Yeah, no, these people who are just thrust into this,
Yeah.
limelight. And granted, they're running with it. They're selling T-shirts. They're doing the whole thing.
Absolutely.
They're making those decisions. Nobody's forcing them. But
Mm-hmm.
they're these puppeteers are the Sharptons and the
Mhm.
Jesse Jacksons. It's just a joke.
They're still trying to play up the narrative too that there were just a handful of bad apples in these peaceful protests. Stop it.
What?
Stop it
I saw
already.
more than a handful
How about-
looting that one store alone.
There
A
were
handful.
hundreds of them.
That's one store that I watched. I didn't watch as much as you did. I
And
mean,
how about the apologist media too? After we
Oh,
went off the air and
Jesus
we're watching,
Christ.
we're watching this lady reporter walk down the thoroughfare, and
Actually, she was on the sidewalk, but
on,
close to
on the
thoroughfare.
sidewalk right next to the thoroughfare.
adjacent, if you will.
Adjacent. Indeed. Indeedy. So she's walking toward us, with the camera sort of walking backward, and she's just reporting on the scene. And here comes a bottle,
And
right
then a
next
can.
to her, and then a can. And she goes, "Oh no, they're just having fun.
That's just a girl having fun over
Yeah,
there.
it's just a girl having fun."
Drilled. and
Fucking
you're right.
apologizing for this behavior, and you saw certain stations only reporting 15 gunshots fired. You
Yeah.
see other stations reporting over 125.
I heard
Like,
151.
which is it?
Yeah. I would bet it was over 150
Oh yeah.
for sure. Look at this. I
Only
got
a
some
handful.
cigarettes. I got 2 cartons of smokes. That's $100. Good job.
Only a handful,
Creeping
although
out
this
of
isn't
that.
even the one store I was watching. This is a different store. So
Look at these guys.
wearing masks and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, even before the place lit up, the group around the family is standing on a car or something as
Yeah,
the non-indictment's being read, and the people right in their inner circle, with the bandanas over their faces and
Yeah.
stuff. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
it's funny at this
So
point they're
bad.
just walking in. It's not even running anymore. Just
Got me some beer and smokes. They're all taking beer and smokes.
Twinkies.
Get them all covering their faces. He got his bag caught.
his bag of freeze stuff.
He's getting his freeze worth.
That's true.
They're all getting their freeze worth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why don't they just stop and grab bags and
At that
Yeah.
point,
Yeah.
crates or something?
Yeah, I did see guys with crates. But yeah, these assholes, Sharpton and Ben Crump. Why could Officer Wilson file suit against the Crump asshole? So I'm serious, for being called a killer, a murderer, executioner.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, he will not stop with this bullshit narrative. I'm sorry, it's a bullshit narrative. And he will not stop screaming it from the rooftops about the killer of their child was right there and he's walking free. No, he wasn't. He didn't murder anybody. And the grand jury looked at all that testimony, and Ben Crump, you should know that more than anybody. If you're a real attorney, you would know that.
You know who ought to be charged with a crime and see legal action in this is Dorian Johnson.
Yeah.
Honestly.
For
If he doesn't push that bullshit story at the beginning, the fire doesn't get lit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he absolutely pushed that. Had his hands up. He was being
Back-turned.
pulled into the car. Back turned. You're right.
Yeah, he was shot as he was running away.
That dude absolutely lied to police.
Yeah. And they would never do anything about it. They won't bother, but...
Jay, and this might be kind of an ignorant question, but like, you know, the concept that you have free speech, but you can't say fire in an open, theater. When the brother that was on there saying, like, we should burn this bitch down...
That was the stepdad, right?
So stepdad.
Yeah.
Does that apply in any capacity to that, or not really?
Like inciting a riot or something? You know?
Is that ignorant to ask that?
Dude, he did, you know?
Yeah, but
not that it wasn't going to happen anyway.
I know that it's not in a public, you know.
And the difference in a theater, the problem with a theater is it's a dark space with crowded people, and if you yell fire, you're basically saying there's a fire in this vicinity. Yeah. All of you are in danger. What he was doing was, well, we'll play it for you. You got the video there, Timko? Of
So there's the family standing on a truck or something, right?
I don't know what they're standing on, and she's just rambling. You see her hat, JFMS. I think I figured out.
Michael.
Justice for my son. I'm assuming. So you can hear them. You can hear in the background, Bob McAuliffe is reading the shit. And so they're just getting word now that... Fuck the police.
So stepdad jumps up. He's got an I Am Mike Brown shirt on. He's hugging her.
And pants around his ass.
That was somebody's child.
There he goes. Can we watch the video again? Will it catch up if we back it up? Because we're not able to see the video right now.
Dude, I'm serious. I know what you're saying about the fire in the place, but when you really hear that audio and hear how he's saying it, I don't.
No, he's arguably inciting a riot. I agree with you.
I mean, yelling, let's burn this bitch down.
Fact is, it would have happened anyway. But
I know, but I mean, they're not going to charge him, obviously. I mean, they're not at this point.
None of y'all know me, but I don't do nothing to nobody.
What?
Well, your son did when he robbed that store.
Yeah,
and then assaulted a police officer. Tried to shoot him.
They a damn lie? Who are we talking about now?
Who's lying?
They a damn lie.
Oh.
She apparently ain't do nothing to nobody either. Whatever that means. It's a pretty sweet hat with Mike Brown on it that the guy's wearing.
Yeah, they're doing a good job with their merch, that's for sure. They got
better than us.
Solid merch strategy.
They whipped that thing together in 3 months. We've been working at it for a year. We suck at it. Yeah.
That was somebody's child.
Yeah, you know what? It's almost like cop.
Here he goes. Yeah. Yeah.
He's getting high fives.
Yeah, he is. I would have high-fived him, too. I got to admit, I was yelling at the TV, yeah, burn this bitch down! Burn this bitch down!
That's a stepdad, right, Jay? I thought the family only wanted peaceful...
Yeah.
Incredible.
That's hilarious. Yeah, they wanted peace. All along, they wanted peace.
That's almost like out of a movie, man. Never mind, that's out of a movie
It
almost.
is really hard to believe. the whole situation if you
Yeah.
just stand back and look at it and you go,
That's like something you would
Really?
see in a movie. You know what I mean? Like just you got a college party and something happens and it's like a freaking movie. Burn this motherfucker down, guys.
Mm. So anyway, they also released all the information from
quickly.
like last
All the
night.
evidence, yeah. I went
Yeah.
home and read some of the testimony.
So
of
did I.
Wilson.
Did anything stand out to you, or anything that you thought was like, here's the problem, or here's why?
Something that did stand out to me was during part of Wilson's testimony, there was a lot of leading questioning as opposed to sort of cross-examination type questioning. It was more, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but what did,
Then what happened?
And that's not normally how a cross-examination would work. You'd try to box him in, you'd try to
Trip him up.
Well, you try to get
Inconsistencies.
Yeah, if you're
But
trying,
usually you're going for a prosecution.
exactly.
The prosecutor's trying to prosecute
And that's
something.
the criticism here is that the prosecutor was not trying to get an indictment.
But see, a prosecutor has a job to look at what evidence he has, and then he's got to make a judgment. I mean, he's elected to make a judgment call on stuff. Is this something I can prosecute? Because if not, it's going to cost a shitload of city money to try to prosecute this. He knew he didn't have a case.
Yeah.
He knew that. So why is he going to wait? He's going, all right, fuck it. You guys are going to riot in this town no matter what we do. So here's all the evidence, and you tell me what we do.
I totally agree. I don't know what else he could have done.
I mean, really,
The alternative would have been to hold things back, and they would have been criticized for 100 years.
Yeah.
They did the right thing.
Yeah, I agree. And when you start reading some of this testimony, most of it we actually knew. I mean, we were pretty damn close to knowing exactly what happened, and we've been kind of reporting it for quite a while. But what we didn't know was, we'd heard rumor that there were 6 or 10 African Americans who kind of had the same story as Officer Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
And what I noticed was there were a lot of people that were given testimony to the grand jury that were really concerned about their safety, that were like, listen, man, I got a family to protect and think about, but, and what you brought up, Jay, which you thought maybe Dorian Johnson, where you were like, hey, maybe people got to him.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a guy who was like, yeah, when I was seeing all this stuff on the news and hearing people in this corner here talking about it, I watched it. I saw it unfold, and I knew they were lying. I knew they were full of shit, and there was something more on the line here, and so I felt like I had to come forward and tell you what I saw.
Good for that.
Because
person.
I know they were lying. And it was like, but that guy is still going, hey, man, you got to understand, I live in this neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
My mom lives in this neighborhood. So you can feel for him. And some of the things, here's a guy, and they don't give their names, but I understand you were with your family on Saturday. Yeah, up on Canfield. Can you tell me what you saw? Okay, I seen a young man standing near the cruiser. You heard 2 shots fired, he says. Okay, and then you see him take off down the street. And then a police officer hopped out of the cruiser and started chasing him. The dude turned back around and started charging towards the police officer. The police officer told him to stop at least 3 times. And the boy wouldn't stop. He fired 3 rounds. The dude kept running, fired 4 more rounds, and then he finished off the rounds, I guess, and the guy fell on the ground dead. So you saw an SUV? Uh-huh. Police car. Yep. How was that police car parked? It was like fitting to turn into the Canfield Green Apartments. And then where was the other man standing? On the side where the sidewalk was. Was he close to the police car? How close was he? He was pretty close to it, and then you seen him take off running after you heard the first 2 shots. Then did you see the policeman? Not until he got out of his cruiser. Before the policeman got out of his car, how many shots did you hear? 2. Then what did the guy do? He took off running the opposite direction. And then what? What did the policeman do after he started running? He got out of his cruiser and chased him. The guy turned around, and the police officer stopped running, and the dude started running back towards the officer. Were his hands okay? How were his hands? The other guy, he was just running like this, and he, towards your chest, balled up in fist, like he's running, like with his hands close to his chest. Did he put his hands up at any time? He did for a split second. He's still down the street. He was running back. He he put his hands up for a second, and then put his arms down, and he kind of put them close to his chest, and he started running.
What do?
Then did you hear the policeman shoot at all when he was running away? No. Or only when he was coming back? Only when he was charging at him. And then you said you heard a group of about 3 shots, and then the guy kept coming, and you heard maybe 4 more? Yes.
Dude, that is so powerful. You've got guys with no incentive to lie. In fact, they have incentive. They have no incentive to lie. They have incentive.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not to lie.
Yeah.
And here they're telling the story exactly as the officer said.
Yeah.
That's got to be huge to that grand jury.
Yeah.
Because number one, you have to give the officer some deference, right? You've
I
got to
agree.
go, all right, let's listen to what
I know
he
the
has to
talking
say.
heads would tell you the exact opposite. Apparently, we're all equals. Just like, your 10-year-old child versus the teacher, you would give them equal billing, right? If there's a dispute in a classroom, right, you would give the 10-year-old, you'd give them each their time and let you explain what happened.
Dorian Johnson, Officer Wilson.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Upstanding young citizens, and it's bullshit.
No, but when you hear people say that and it matches exactly, what can you do?
I mean, literally down to the amount of shots.
Yeah.
I heard 2 shots while he was in the car. The kid started running away. Cop got out to chase him. And I'm hearing these talking head, usually the African American ones. Sorry, is what I saw on TV. Going, this is an injustice. This is it. Nowhere in these interviews does it say anybody heard Officer Wilson yell stop. No. As if, do you think at any point in any cop's career ever in the history of policing has a cop just gotten out of his car, not said a word like, stop, get down on the ground, get down on the ground? Every one of them through all of time do that. I mean, that's just like ingrained in them. You yell, stop, you want to eliminate that. You don't just start, this isn't a movie.
Right. They're in the position of authority. They're telling you what to do.
Yes, that's their whole job. Like the training is built on that. It's just so simple to me, and to have people like, well, we're not sure, there's conflicting reports, he may not have said a word, as if that was the dispute here, is that the piece of shit thug didn't know he was supposed to stop and not charge an officer. If he would have just been told to stop, this would have all been avoided. I mean, it's just a joke. It's a joke to me. But yeah, you see reports like this, and then you read other witness testimony, and there are people. There's a guy that's like, oh yeah, he's sitting in his car and he just like fired 4 shots at this kid as he was running away, and then he went up and the kid was laying on the ground and he just stood over him and plugged him, unloaded his gun into him. And these people are like, oh really, that's what happened, really? And he's like, yeah, thank you for your testimony.
So we have an autopsy report right here, 3 of them that say no entry wounds in the back.
Right.
So.
But then you see people going, well, I don't know why you couldn't just indict him. I mean, you had people saying that he just shot this kid from behind. It's like, you fucking assholes, really? If there's no entry wounds in the back of this guy, it means he wasn't shot while he was running away from the cop. That's just simple. This is basic stuff. You don't need to be the family's defense attorney to know that. I mean, even their hired, the guy they personally hired, Dr. Bodden, to do the autopsy report, basically said the same thing as everybody else. I think he came up with 1 more shot, none of them in the back, none of them with hands up. They couldn't even get him to say that. They paid how many, I don't know, $100,000 to have Dr. Bodden there. I'm sure he's doing it on the free, but yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, the 5 pieces of evidence they say that were really crucial to this case were as follows. Police car damage was 1. Detectives reported damage to Wilson's police car. In the report, the car's driver's side window was shattered. The driver's side mirror was bent towards the car, possibly indicating evidence of a fierce struggle between Wilson and Brown while the officer was still seated in his patrol car. There were other people that said that was Dorian Johnson, that Dorian Johnson was ripping on that while he was scuffling with the cop. That's why his mirror was fucked up. It's because Dorian was...
The window was busted because it was rolled down and the shot went off and it actually blew through the side of the door.
Yep.
Okay.
And this is really big, a witness journal entry.
Yeah.
Which, a journal entry by someone police only identified as witness number 44 said that Brown charged, so she's writing this in her journal at home like Big E. This could have been Big E. So she sees something, writes a journal entry, and then woke up late. Had breakfast, BREKFAST. Heard 3 shots. Was sexting with some chick online. Yeah, baby, you look damn fine. Look at them titties. Show me them titties. So anyway, she's writing in I'm assuming it's a she, because no guy would write a journal, right?
No.
So I'm assuming it's got to be a female, right?
No guy would write a diary. I didn't write a diary. I wrote a journal. A lot of guys have written journals.
No, not a lot.
Yeah,
not a lot.
Yeah.
There's probably, you're right, there's probably a handful on this planet that have done it.
Very
not many. Not many. Probably one's confused about their sexuality, but not many confident, strong males have ever written a diary or journal. Never.
People that are smart and realize that how history is built amongst humankind is
so
how
what's
we
your
find out
excuse?
how individual people, what they did with their lives, people like that. I mean, I'm just writing history of humankind. No big deal, but.
Oh boy.
Is that what we read up yours? Was history for the future?
Yeah.
Really?
It's like a time capsule.
Yeah.
People are going to think we all wake up late and eat breakfast misspelled every day.
Okay, now I didn't realize, my spelling is going to ruin it.
You're going to think they evolved out of idiocracy. Look at from which we came.
It's amazing how they've devolved since the early caveman days.
Nonetheless.
They've forgotten how to spell the most basic words, and punctuation has gone by the wayside in this futuristic existence.
Well, it's only one journal. There'll be other people that will have had moments, because smart people tend to write down their daily activities, actually.
So anyway, her journal entry says, even that Brown charged at Wilson even after Wilson fired his gun. The cop just stood there, the entry read. Dang, if that kid didn't start running right at the cop like a football player, head down. I heard 3 bangs, but the big kid wouldn't stop. That's damning.
And that's shit where, that Officer Wilson's account hadn't come out yet. You know what I mean? Where somebody could go,
it was weeks from coming out.
I'm going to support, for whatever reason, the officer's
point.
account. This is just independently stated.
Yeah.
No reason to lie.
Yeah.
And again, if anything, any reason to lie, maybe.
Exactly.
Or to hold it back.
Yeah.
Or
just not get involved.
Right.
You have every reason not to get involved.
Yeah.
You just let the thing play out. But you wrote that down. You did it for a reason. Probably because it happened.
Probably because you saw it. It seemed kind of crazy, so you wrote it down,
Yep.
Also, they say Wilson's medical exam, where he's got bruising on his face and neck. And I'm sorry, to act like that's normal and not worthy of shooting a kid to death, like, you see the Brown family.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's not that bad.
It wasn't that bad. What? Like,
he's punching a cop.
You're punching a cop, period. You left marks on a cop's face. And you left your DNA on his gun, and you left your blood inside his car.
Yeah, they're almost reacting like, oh, well, we heard his orbital bone was crushed. Where's that?
Yeah. What are you talking about? He barely had a little swelling on the cheek. Yeah, because your shithead kid punched him in the face. Like, this is something that I hear them talk about. I teach my kids, I teach my boys how to be around police. I'll tell you this. My dad has never sat me down and told me how to behave around authority figures like a cop. That should just be like basic shit. Like, you understand very early on when you start driving or dealing, like, whether it's teachers in school, you don't want to fuck around too much in front of teachers, or God forbid the principal or your parents. Law enforcement just falls into that category. Like, if you're walking around, you avoid the police. Why do you think they're always running from the scene? Because they're trying to avoid the police. At no point, just like you wouldn't punch your teacher in the face, you shouldn't punch a cop in the face. Probably even worse, because they might shoot you to death. And rightly so.
They should. Right.
I mean, I swear to God, if I got into an altercation with a cop, I would just expect to be shot to death. Seriously. They can't take the chance that I'm just only going to punch them and not try to take their gun and shoot them. I mean, but nobody had to tell me that.
I was just explaining this case to one of my sons today. He's 11, about to be 12. And he was like, well, wait, what's this about Ferguson? Was this the kid who died? I'm like, yeah. And I sort of told him the story and Officer Wilson's account. Well, he's in his car and he's trying to get out, and the kid comes back and he pushes it closed and he starts hitting him through the window. And then he reaches for his gun, and my son goes, well, no wonder he got shot.
This is your 11-year-old.
Yeah. He goes, geez, he tried to take the policeman's gun?
See, and that's what I would think. As an 11-year-old, you should. As a 5-year-old, you would know that.
Yeah.
As a 5-year-old, you should know that. And nobody had to teach me that.
No.
Nobody had to teach you that.
Teach my son that.
No.
Just pick that up.
I mean, your dad had to teach you what homo milk was, but he did not have to teach you how to deal with a cop.
I wish he wouldn't have.
You see,
it's when a man loves another man. God damn it!
He'll insert his penis into the anal crevice of the other man, and then when he has his moment,
no, it didn't go to
he'll
that.
finish all over the guy's back, and we call that homo milk. Isn't that what Bill said?
No, it's not.
No. Oh, I thought, God, I could have sworn I heard that story from somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So this idea that people, it's just normal. You should be able to fight with a cop and not lose your life because he was unarmed. He was unarmed. I mean, he shot an unarmed teen. It just doesn't register with me. It just doesn't make sense. And it's gonna keep I keep hearing how this happens in major cities all over the country. They're just gunning down our black youth. They're just targeting colored people, and they're just taking us down in our prime, not even giving us a chance to survive in this world. We need to stop this now. I'm marching to Washington, and how about you just stop being a dick to police? How about that? How about we start there?
Hashtag.
Stop being a dick to police.
Knock that shit off.
How about we start there? You can steal cigarellos, but if you get caught, just go, God damn, man, you motherfuckers got me. All right, you won this round. You won this round. How about you don't punch the cop in the face and try to take his gun? Just start there. Let's just start there and see what happens. How about you run and don't stop and turn around? How about we just don't get into that altercation with the cops? And I guarantee you will walk away from that situation every time without fail. They will not gun down the colored boy in broad daylight and murder him, take it away. He was just going to start college on Monday. And they stripped this poor boy and a family. No, they would.
Was that even...
That might be the biggest myth out of this whole thing.
August 9th? That's when it happened?
August 9th.
What college starts August 10th?
No, it was on a Friday, wasn't it? So it would have been the 11th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Was it the 12th?
Oh, so maybe.
See what schools in the Ferguson area are opening on the 12th. Just out of curiosity. Did we watch the video of the reporter yet getting hit with a rock?
No.
I love that we talked about when you mentioned with the cans.
Oh, she's just having fun. She's having fun.
I'm fine.
Yep, throwing bottles.
I feel very safe.
Yep.
I feel. Can we get you out of there? Can we get you out of there for safety?
No. I'm apologizing for everyone here. It's fine.
If I hear one more of these talking head piece of shit lying assholes talk about how this is very disappointing. We all just wanted peace on the streets, and I must say, I think we're all in agreement that we're very disappointed
A
at
few
this
bad apples have spoiled this.
This unfortunate outcome that we've got here is very sad. Why are there 50 of you there? If you were so expecting peace and so disappointed, why are you covering it? Why are you putting cameras on it? Why are you spotlighting it? If you're so devastated by the destruction, because you're lying, opportunistic assholes. That's why. CNN, ABC, MSNBC, you criminal assholes. Go ahead. Sorry.
Whatever is inside, whether it's...
Yes! Right in the head.
Sorry, I just got hit by a rock.
That's what you get, shithead. Gonna stand on the front lines, you're gonna get hit by a rock.
The title mats just across the street. I'm okay. I've been hit with much worse in my day.
Like dicks?
You're seeing the Title Max.
What has she been hit with in the head that's worse than a rock?
Yeah, she's been hit with
Much worse.
Much worse. Maybe she meant bricks. I don't know. What did the Title Max do? What Title Max do?
Another fire just behind me. We were standing there just moments ago. That's the AutoZone that's on fire.
Oh, that's normal.
Forest fires there.
Because AutoZone had a lot to do with it.
Sarah, I'm going to interrupt you. I'm sorry. I see other rocks going.
Can you please get to some safe ground?
There's obviously, some really bad people near you. I want you to get to safety.
Showing concussion-like symptoms.
Well, can we get her to a safe zone, please? Do we have a safe house we can get her to immediately? This is Jake Tapper live for CNN. We'll be back after this, and we'll check on her to make sure she's safe. God! Turn on the TV. Can we see? Has the party started again? Because it looked like they were formulating for another party tonight.
It's dark.
Yeah. Hey, did we mention?
We better.
And I'll mention this. Nationwide Surplus. Who wouldn't love a new iPad or MacBook Air to download the latest episode of the Detroit Cast? Well, Nationwide Surplus can set you up. They sell everything computer-related, laptops, servers, PCs, Apple equipment. Check them out at nationwidesurplus.com. They've got amazing deals on computers, accessories, and components. There's also free shipping on hundreds of items. Shop now. Use the promo code PINKHAT. PINKHAT. You'll get an additional 10% off your purchase. And they've got those iPad 3, 32 gig iPad 3s on sale for $269.99. Those will definitely sell out quick, very quick. So if you're interested in something like that, thinking about it for Christmas for someone, get over to nationwidesurplus.com and check them out. And also, we should mention there's going to be...
Yeah, coming up a big TV sale by them.
Yeah.
And got some big-ass TVs, what, 55, 65, and 70-inch?
Not sure.
That range?
Yeah, perhaps. That's the rumor. We don't want to say exactly yet, but next week we should be able to announce that they've got some cool stuff, Black Friday type pricing and some awesome stuff.
Speaking of pricing, I just realized that you can get a Ford F-150 4x4 XLT for $269. That's $1 less than an iPad, Mike.
How much?
Per month.
Really?
$269 per month. That's $1 less than the iPad. So
Yeah.
you've got your choice here. Spend your $269 wisely. Snow, ice, no problem. Get into one now at Zott Ford. Also shop their huge pre-owned inventory. They have all makes and models to choose from. Shop online first at zottford.com.
All right, so why don't we take a quick timeout, and we'll come back and we can check on Ferguson and see how they're doing. I've got a list of the buildings that were torched. I love when lawyers say stuff like that. I don't object. I strenuously object.
Well, they're going to sue next, right?
Oh,
Civilly.
yeah, God, yeah. Of course they are.
And then I predict something will come out of the feds.
No way.
Not an indictment on Wilson.
Not a chance, dude. This is over.
Listen,
this
they're
is
going to do
over.
something to the police
You want
department.
to bet your show?
They're going to do something to the police department.
Not Officer Wilson.
Of course they're not going to do anything to Officer Wilson.
No.
It's too high a standard. They will not charge the officer, but they will
Not
do
a
something
chance.
in connection with, saying, well, something needs to change systemically.
Yeah.
And they'll put some consent judgment in place, and they'll make the department change itself around, even though it's probably better than 90% of them out there.
Yeah.
It's just like when the feds were investigating Detroit Police Department, so they were under a watch from the feds for quite a while.
Yeah, they're going to do something,
they
if only to
regulated.
placate this whole deal. Like, hey, we've changed the system.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. If you listen to Al Sharpton today, he was like, "Make no mistake about it. This is far from over. The Justice Department still hasn't finished their report." It's like, are you shitting me? You're trying to set this family up for another humongous letdown.
Yeah,
If
no
you
indictment is coming of this guy. No way in hell.
Period. End of story. There's not a chance in hell. I don't care what color Eric Holder is.
Yeah.
There's not a chance in hell.
And the last thing this family gives a shit about is the police department being, systemically changed.
Yes.
But that's at most what's coming.
Yeah. And that will be just a nod, a favor for looking like they did something.
Right.
Which is a joke. But if this family, which all these asshole attorneys they have surrounding them and all these opportunistic race-baiting pieces of shit around them are filling their heads with this garbage like there's some sort of criminal thing coming down on Darren Wilson. They're lying to you.
That's a good way of putting it. And that's a big piece of that tragedy is how this family has been manipulated.
Totally. And I understand they're way too close to this. And I, in a way, I feel very sorry for them. They didn't wake up that day expecting their kid to be killed and not come home. I get that on a human level, but to not be able on any level to step back and go, is it possible, just possible, that maybe our son's behavior had a little something to do with his death?
It's sickening.
It's too bad. It's unfortunate. It's tragic. But really, you're going to torch your city over this? You're going to let people, and I'm sorry, all these people saying that the family, well, they made a PSA that called for peace.
No, if they really wanted that, they could have tamped down a ton of that.
Yeah.
They really, by not having the stepdad stand up there and go, burn it down, bitch. But
yeah,
they really, really, really could have taken a strong stance on that, and that would not have happened like it happened last night.
And I'm telling you, they were strong-armed as if Michael Brown was in the convenience store again into doing that PSA. I'm serious. You could tell Michael Brown Sr., maybe he was in a rush to get to soon. I don't know. But it's like they whipped that thing out and was like, yeah, see, he wants peace. He's called the lawyers kept saying that over and over. That the family is calling for peace. They just want peace and justice for their executed boy who was shot down in his prime in broad daylight. They just want peace, folks. No, not really. Because you're right, Jay. They could have done a whole lot more to go, hey, you're really not helping.
90% of that. Really. There would have been some assholes who kept doing it, but they really, really, really could have put a stop to that.
Well, thank God they only had a few bad apples, because this could have got really ugly. All right, we'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back, and we'll tell you what's up with Jose. And
A or B?
He's amigo?
He's amigo.
His ex-amigo?
Huh?
Hey, Jose B.
It's me, Jose. I'm still here. We'll let you know what's going on with them next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break.
Hey there, it's Steve Gabarra, the general manager at Zott Ford, the Ford dealership on I-75 at exit 98. It's November, which means it's not hot, but it's a great time to clear the lot. Get a new 2014 Ford F-150 Super Cab 4x4 XLT for $269 a month on a 24-month lease. Turn up your radio because you heard right. At Zott Ford, you can get a brand new F-150 for just $269 a month. Get the details and check out our massive inventory at ZottFord.com.
The podcast continues now, bitches. Here's Mike and Jay.
All right, welcome back to the Detroit Cast on our Wednesday show. Back from break, and a few things left to get to. And I was wondering if we had any update on our hunt for the pygmy giraffe. I don't know, dude. I love the idea of saddling up a couple pygmy giraffes and riding around on Fuqfas A and Fuqfas B. I really do. I just can't. I actually searched a little bit today looking for them, and I'm struggling to find them. I don't think they exist.
I found little handheld ones.
Not real ones, though. And we can't ride handheld ones.
How about this one?
It looks like a dog.
I think it was Tony who sent that in.
So the idea yesterday, you said every time I look at a giraffe, I want to cut his neck off and drop his head all the way down on its body. And he's done that for you. They look. Imagine if that was a real animal walking around. You can picture it, though.
I love it. Awesome. And did a really nice job too. You know what? Jar Jar Binks was designed after a giraffe head. I'll say that right now.
You think so?
Yes. They put long ears on a giraffe head. That's Binks.
Let me see.
Misa, love you, Eric.
Let me see.
Right, Eric?
No.
Eric's favorite fucking star.
No, he's not my favorite.
Do it, artiste. Binks. Oh, Misa. Misa Erickson.
That is not.
It's him.
That's Binks.
Let me see.
God, I'm a sweet artist.
You are. You really are. Look, check it out.
Listen. Oh my God.
Throw
Yeah.
some frog eyes on that fucker.
Misa.
All he did is draw lines down. These are just lines.
I'm an artiste, Eric.
God, Jar Jar was awful.
So bad.
I can't believe
Remember
that's
they just-
Eric's favorite character.
Remember how much they almost killed him off in the next one too?
Yeah.
Are we any closer to finding me a baby tiger, by the way, E? Because Timco said yesterday that there was a tiger, not a Siberian or what was the other kind that's really big?
The Amur, AMUR one.
The
that's
Amur,
big one, yeah.
which is the one I really want, but I understand I can't have a 1,000-pound cat in the house. I get it. That's obnoxious. But if I had 170 to 240 pound, now we're talking.
That was the Sumatra one that,
The Sumatra.
that Eric found, yeah.
Where's the Sumatra tiger? I want to see him and see how badass he looks. And then
Right. I mean, they're just pretty much looks like a tiger to me.
into the mic.
It just looks like a normal tiger to me.
Pretty much just like a
Look at that, Jay. Badass.
What, Jay? Like,
Badass.
How would you describe? Can you tell that that's different from the Sumatra compared to a different tiger?
No, you're right. Pretty much just looks like a tiger.
Ugh. And then some fine gentleman listener sent us this video, which I think, Jay, will put your mind at ease a little bit about how these cats react. Now, this is a lioness, so it's a lion with a vagine. It's a lion with a vagine. But man, is it badass! Check this out.
It's pretty gory, Jay, so brace yourself.
I saw this.
Okay.
Play it. Look at this guy. This is what my tiger would be like, exactly.
Yeah, sorry. He doesn't have so much time to.
Behind the gate. This guy's gonna open the gate for the lioness, and the lioness looks like he wants to just manhandle him.
This is gonna be bad.
Oh! Ah! Look at him in a big hug! Ah! Give you a big hug!
What do you think that thing weighs?
240.
Yeah.
Look at that! Ah! Look at him
my
snuggling. Look at his
paws
legs.
on that thing, dude.
Yeah, look at him. I give you a big hug. I give you a big hug.
That's great.
How
but
awesome is that?
For the one time she doesn't do that,
Look at her. Oh, she's
Cooked.
just having a ball. Tell me you wouldn't want that guy laying right there. That gal.
that gal. No, come on, man. Let's stick with the giraffe.
No, I don't even like giraffes.
We could
I mean,
saddle them.
I don't even little bit like giraffes.
Saddle them and ride them.
Dare I say, I almost hate giraffes.
Let's talk about something more important. The holiday shirt.
God damn it!
Right, God damn it is on there.
You're going to walk in one day and there's going to be a tiger sitting here. I'm going to introduce you.
The holiday shirt, Mike.
Yes.
We are producing holiday shirts this year.
Is God damn it on it?
God damn it is on there.
Is Panoose on it?
Panoose is on
It's
there.
What Do?
Of course, What Do is on there.
Is Big E's Diary on there?
Yeah.
Is K-Dog's an asshole on there?
Yes.
Is Toik on there?
Yeah.
Is Vagine on there?
Hundreds of other sayings.
Is
and phrases.
Jose or Josby on there?
They're both on there.
Really?
Yeah.
They made the cut.
Yeah.
Damn.
Two Warm Rolling Rocks made the cut.
I don't get it.
Yeah, so if you saw the shirt from last year, it's really cool. It's the back. There! Riding a giraffe.
Sorry.
But that's way too big for us to ride. I mean, he's just too big to have in the house. It'd be absurd. He's 14 feet tall.
I still can't get over, Jay, the food. They eat the food, and it has to go all the way down that neck into their stomachs.
Yeah.
And they just look silly. I'd want to punch him in the face more than ride him.
Look at the giraffe riding the giraffe. Damn it, man.
Now that's adorable.
Miley Cyrus nude riding a giraffe.
Okay, so back to the holiday.
Holiday
shirts.
shirts, $20. They will be on our website here coming up.
Yep. We just finished the graphic art part of it, so
Literally 2 minutes ago.
yeah.
So it's cool though.
Thank you, K-Dog.
It has the logo on the front, kind of with a holiday decor,
Mm-hmm.
and then the backside is decorated with, like we said, the words and phrases. So you'll like it. Check it out.
Yeah, I think it's very cool, and it's going to be reasonably priced, $20 or so, and all the proceeds go directly to the Detroit Cast.
So that's
No, we don't expect to make much money off it, but we think it's a cool shirt, and we spent. I mean, after every show we did, Jay would take a minute and write down, like, just phrases, words, whether it was lawyer, God damn it, what, and by the time it came time to design the shirt,
a lot of words.
There were a lot of words. There's not much repeating going on the shirt. I mean, we literally, between Fidel Legions and the remote show, the Century Club, I mean, everything that we did over the last 8 months basically made the cut, and we're proud
David
of
Helm,
it.
PLLC.
8 months.
Yeah,
Jay.
I know.
I can't believe it, kind of.
Yeah.
Hundreds of these things.
I even think, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Fukfase and Fukfas B make it?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And that started, by the way, from Jose and Josby, his brother. I'm his brother, Josby.
They're back in the news, aren't they?
They're back in the news. I'm happy to report.
Those two young men. Right, Mike?
The twins.
The twins.
Yep. Jose Antonio Ramirez Serrano. Come on, E. Jose Antonio Ramirez. Come on, you got good at it the other day.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Jose Antonio Ramirez Serrano.
Jose Antonio Ramirez. I can't do it.
I love how he
quitting.
looks at me
I know.
when he does it.
Don't look at Jay. Focus on what you're trying to do.
Because I know I'm not doing it
Ramirez.
right.
Ramirez. You got it, dude. You're all over it.
I don't like it. Don't put your right hands up.
No,
Hands up.
I'm not looking at you either. Hands up, don't shoot. Ramirez.
Oh, I feel so stupid because I know I'm not doing it right.
Nobody thinks you're stupid, Eric. Just do it.
Ramirez.
There,
Oh,
finally.
perfect.
Finally.
Shut up.
Very well
Jesus,
done.
why do you act like you... I mean, finally you got it. So anyway,
Hey, man, I don't want any more stories with Mexicans.
Oh, racist!
Racist!
Can't have a story about a Mexican.
What's
Eric
wrong
won't
with
talk about it.
What's wrong with us, amigo? What's wrong with
Every
us?
time I do, you guys have to make me roll my R's.
It's their native tongue.
Trying to be representative of their culture, but people don't respect that.
Si, senor.
Take it however you want, I guess.
Okay, Ming. New Mexico's governor.
By the way, I bet he doesn't care that Boxing Day is coming up for our Canadian friends.
Oh, you care so much that you got the wrong day the other day? Is that what you're talking about?
What are you talking about?
You mean when you texted it to...
It's on my radar. I was trying to be, I don't know, nice to one of our neighbors to the north, K-Dog. I know he's not a native, but he lives there from time to time.
He's the one that's the asshole, right?
Yes.
Part of the shirt,
Mhm.
holiday shirt.
So in an email the other day, I said, "Hey, have a happy Thanksgiving and a great Boxing Day." And he goes, "You do know that Boxing Day is the day after Christmas, right?" I fucking thought it was the day after Thanksgiving.
Oh, no.
I
It's a
know.
month off.
Close, you tried.
My ignorance of Canadian culture is just.
Well,
I apologize.
You don't even consider the country.
I tried to,
Learn a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. New Mexico.
Oh, another international story.
Yeah, New Mexico's governor. I didn't even know they had governors in New Mexico, but yeah. Susana Martinez. She visited Jose Antonio Ramirez Serrano, Jose and Hosby.
Did she?
She visited, Jose and Hosby on Monday, a week after he underwent the risky procedure to remove Hosby.
Hold on. So she only visited Jose.
Well,
Uh-oh.
yeah. Doctors said he had what they called
God
cysts,
damn it! What did they do with Hosby?
cysts, spongy soft tissue, and a conglomeration of blood vessels.
There's no way to talk about Hosby.
I know. I thought the same way. I thought it was really rude, but
It's just a little kid.
around a third of the watermelon-sized tumor, aka Hosby. That's me. I'm a third of the size of a watermelon. Was expunged.
Wow.
Yeah. Hosby was expunged.
Expunged?
He was expunged,
Sounds good.
and the boy now faces months of physical therapy. In
Which
the operating
boy?
room,
Which boy?
Jose has to go through
Where's
physical...
Hosby? What do they do with him?
I'll tell you. In the operating room, we encountered more bleeding than expected. What did they hit his jugular? They hit Hosby's jugular?
Hosby didn't want to let go.
Hey, man, what are you doing? What are you doing to me? Jose, tell him to stop this. Ow! Leave Hosby alone. What are you doing? They finally got the bleeding under control, and the 97-pound boy is recovering in an intensive care unit.
Which boy?
Jose.
Doesn't sound good for Host BJ.
Where is he?
Here I am. It's me, Hosby.
He's not in a dumpster, is he?
See? My new home address is medical waste.
Shit.
I'm in the box labeled medical waste.
Oh, man. Little Hosby.
Hey, Jose, are you there? Can you hear me? Anybody there? Why I live here now? And where's Jose? Mi amigo,
Jay,
where
how
are
can the
you?
parents do that?
I know.
I mean, you would never, if you had had Siamese twins, you'd keep them both, right? You couldn't disconnect them.
Are we still in Los Estados Unidos? Jose, can you hear me?
Poor kid.
You wouldn't just get rid of one of them, right? I mean, yeah, they were joined, but you keep both. You still love both of them equally, don't you?
They were so attached,
Do they have like that twin thing together, you think, where they know each other's thinking?
See?
Finish each other's sentences?
See?
And now they're never gonna. What are they? They're not together anymore.
What you mean never?
Why is the governor coming to
I'm
see
still
this?
here.
By the way?
I can hear what you say.
That's a good question
Like
right
seriously, no offense, but why is the governor just? I mean,
there. Yeah, the leader of New Mexico. The nation of New Mexico. It's taking the time out to visit Jose and Hosby.
And murder me.
Yeah.
She trying to kill
she was there
Hosby.
for a murder.
She took part in the murder. She's acting like this is a great story. Meanwhile, his new address is...
Medical waste.
Wouldn't it be awesome if you could go get people... you want to talk about protesting, if you could get people down there protesting about Hosby.
The disposal of Hosby.
Can we send you down there to protest
I would love
Hosby?
to go down and
Carry a signed sandwich board.
Yeah, walk around the hospital.
Justice for Hosby.
That would be awesome, dude.
No Hosby, no justice, no peace.
Yeah.
Gone too soon? Gone to dumpster?
Asking people as they're coming in and out, what happened to Hosby?
See?
There's a picture of Jose
Recovering
in the recovery room.
God, he probably looks really
And
alone.
I'm nowhere to be found.
Where's
I'm not even in the picture.
Poor little guy.
Wow, off him and they already just forgot about him, just like he never even existed almost. Almost as if he wasn't his biological brother.
There's my murdering piece of shit brother. I'll never forget this, Jose.
God, I'll have to say, I think they left a little bit of Hosby on there.
It does look like they did, didn't they?
Maybe a second surgery is in the plans.
Here they,
Hey,
are.
fucker, where's my arm?
Here they are in better times.
Ah,
Yeah,
there they are.
There's our family. That's our Christmas photo.
There they are. Loving brothers.
Yeah.
I just hugged my brother. Mi amigo.
How do you let it get that big? I know, I still don't... Like, if you...
Let it? What are you talking about? Let it.
I grew up just like you grew up,
Never.
Biggie. We share everything.
Jay, if
shirt.
one of your kids
He
had
really
a-
does need the Flashdance sweatshirt. You're so right.
During her visit, the
leader of the nation state.
Yeah, New Mexico's governor, Susana Martinez. During her visit with Jose on Monday, the Republican governor softly touched the boy's knee as she spoke to his parents in Spanish. She asked about his condition and asked his parents to keep her updated. I hate politicians so much.
Yeah.
What? They're going to call her in 2 days and go, yeah, Jose Ramirez called. Wants to let you know he's doing A-okay.
Like, yeah,
Who?
whatever.
She'd be like, wasn't that like 2 days ago? Who are you talking about?
Who cares?
What do you mean?
As if she, dude, no, you're so right though. As if she's freaking sitting there
Such
giving
a
giving
politician.
a real shit, like really caring, like she's at home going, I wonder how that little boy's
I mean,
doing.
I don't know how they
Nothing
do-
else of national import has happened in New Mexico, so you know,
Right.
she's got to insert herself into the story.
And I don't know how they do things in that country, but if it's anything like we do here in America, they're full of shit politicians. I don't want to speak for New Mexico, but they say, though unconscious, Jose's heart rate rose slightly when the governor had stopped by to visit. He knows you're here.
God.
His heart rate
Probably
sped
just-
up, even though he was unconscious.
Probably just when she touched his knee.
Touched his knee.
No, as if you're right, he knows that the governor of
I just
The-
can't believe
the
this
country of
doctor's
New
about
Mexico.
to thumb little Hose B in that
Get your
picture.
thumb out of there, Doc. What are you doing, man?
Jose, help me, man.
Don't let him stick his finger in my butthole.
It's so gross when you think of that as a little butt. And
It's
look
got
at
a
that little
butt
thing.
crack and everything.
Yeah. It's like a little toad butt.
It's freezing in here.
Right in the dumpster with Hose B. Sorry, my man. Yeah. So.
Well, Godspeed, Jose. And Hose B.
Hose B. God, it sounds like Jose's going to be fine. I mean, half the man he used to be, but whatever. Hey, speaking of doctors, and I don't know if this was the doctor that worked on Jose in Hose B, but we've got a Dr. Lam Ho Yao. He faces significant jail time.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I don't understand these people. He was secretly filming patients. Yeah. He's a world-renowned doctor. He filmed colleagues and patients in his hospital as well as strangers on trains, and police have said it will take years to examine his hard drives. That's how much creepy material this dude's got. Yeah. He set up cameras in toilets to spy
Why
on-
is that hot? Why does anyone find that attractive? Like,
I don't
watching
know.
a girl pee in a bathroom, like.
Honestly, if you can't explain it, nobody can. I have no idea.
You just get video of this, and it just like.
I mean, dude. To me, it would seem like if you're looking at that over and over again, would make me not want to have sex. Like,
Toilet paper roll.
Even how I would get my boner
Wipe,
knocked
wipe.
down, like not get it up.
Oh, there comes another girl.
Gross.
Just spewing out of there.
Toilet paper roll, toilet paper roll, toilet paper roll.
I get foot fetishes over before I get the concept of watching a girl piss, and I know that. And that
I don't. I don't think I've ever seen a shot from inside a camera when it just rains down.
Yeah, I've never watched that either. Timko, don't do it. Don't do it.
Timko,
I will
please
not
do it.
watch it.
No, I'm with you, E. I'd rather be in defeat.
I kind of want to see.
I'm not-
Maybe
I'm
it's
not
hot.
at all, but-
Maybe it's hot.
No, it's
God,
not.
gross.
No, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Is there any actual video where it goes?
Oh, no, I'm not watching it. I will not watch it of a video.
Toilet paper roll, toilet paper.
It's just like a thumb over a garden hose.
God, how.
Here you go.
Oh, come on.
Listen.
Oh my God. Oh, gross.
Toilet paper roll. Oh no.
No.
No, don't.
No.
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 What is she
No,
pulling
I'm not
on?
looking. I'm not looking.
That was disgusting. I wanted to see her pee, not remove that.
I turned away for a little bit.
God damn it!
You can't unsee that, and that's why I didn't want
I
to
was
see it.
just gonna say that you can't unsee it.
Why are you showing it to us?
Yeah, watch for the door too. Jay.
How did I get here?
How did I get here?
And Jay, and by the way, Jay, that's the other thing that I knew. Like, not just the peeing, but that's the other thing. Like, that's what I knew when you watch one of these videos. I knew that's gonna pop up eventually too.
God damn it! Shut it off! I'll never look at Beth the same. Ugh.
Doesn't that, like I said, that would make me not want to ever have sex? Almost.
This guy needs to go to jail. This doctor needs to go to jail.
Yeah, they don't need to review the other 18 million files. Just put them away.
Yep.
We saw the one we need to see.
Yeah. This guy would put tiny cameras on trains and save videos with names like Teens Bottom. Teens Bottom. He even filmed a couple at his home. He was arrested in April this year after a secretary saw a camera on the floor of a unisex loo at a private St. Anthony's hospital. It had filmed her, but a clip also showed him fixing the camera in place. His defense said his personality had altered following a cerebral abscess. He told a psychiatrist acquiring things, including explicit recordings, gave a sense of control. He admitted 7 counts of voyeurism, 6 of making an indecent photo of a child, 1 of possessing extreme porn. So I don't know what would qualify as extreme porn. Well, probably what we just watched.
Did it say what kind of doctor he was? He was world renowned.
Yeah, I think it did.
If you're gonna name it Teens Bottom, ass at that point.
Bottom.
As if.
Face. That's why you do something like that.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. It says he's a dad of 3. Aren't you a dad of 3?
Well, yeah. What does that have to do with
I don't know.
anything?
I'm just saying. I don't know what it is with dads of 3, but he would edit and save thousands of clips. Of
My dad's
32.
a dad of 3. You son of a...
Exactly. We know he writes to 16-year-old girls, so
Oh, come on.
I mean he's already halfway there. He's got 32 identified victims, over 1,000 unidentified, viewing some for sexual pleasure. I don't know. It doesn't. Why would it not say what kind of doctor he is? Top doctor, Dr. Lam He Yeo.
Dude, I think there are more creeps.
Am I missing something in there? I don't think so. And then we have an interesting story here, just to stay on the topic of disgusting.
Great.
Yeah. These stories really bum me out.
Oh boy. You know what, Jay? I gotta be honest. There's two things.
Larva.
Yeah.
God. There's two
things.
Do not pull any pictures of this one, Tim Coe. God damn it!
Maggots freak my ass out.
Me too.
Don't like them.
And of course, this comes out of India.
Have you ever searched the botfly?
I don't want to, but I know what you're talking about. Is that the one that comes out of the head?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
And it retracts when there's light. So like
when you're trying to get it.
The surgeon's trying to get it with like tweezers.
Yeah.
And it's retracting in there. So they gotta like kind of fool it to come out. And they pull it out and it comes out of this hole and it just emerges like this freaking Tootsie Roll out of this little tiny pimple hole,
Ugh. So
just
gross.
Freaks me out.
Well, this guy, he underwent a 2-hour procedure to have 50 maggots taken out of his nose and sinuses.
What?
Yeah, the medical term for the condition is myiasis, which they define as infection with a fly larva.
Nothing a smelling salt can't cure.
Maybe. He's 55 years old.
What kind of skank ass lives with that in your nose?
I don't know.
And how does it get to that level to where weren't you feeling stuff around?
I know. Like a little wiggle. I don't know.
I'm not saying that it couldn't happen. I think in a sense it could happen to any of us. I think, your house, they talk about how many spiders you eat. No, I'm not saying, but you know what I mean. Like, I could see.
I think that's more of a. That's not true.
Well, I could see
spiders don't want to go in your mouth either, for the record.
No, I don't think this could happen to any of us. It could happen to you, not any of us, though. There's no way.
Well, no, not every. But I'm saying I think that things can get in your. You can get a ringworm. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
I'm saying how does it get to a level that's that high? Is my point, I guess.
So he's 55. They say the fly may have deposited its eggs in or near his nose. From there, the eggs would have hatched into maggots that ultimately grew to about 1 centimeter in length, fueled by the man's flesh.
Wow.
The insects could have ultimately eaten into the bones and soft tissues of the man's face, potentially leading to blindness or even death.
Centimeter long, you said?
Yeah.
50 of these things in your nasal?
Yeah.
No, this can't happen to anybody.
Yeah.
This dude's a skank ass.
They say that maggot hosts may not be aware that maggots are at the root of symptoms that it can include sneezing, headaches, or puffy eyelids.
My point was, Jay, not that it could happen to anyone else. My point was I could see if like a bug got into you. I'm saying that if it got to the point where it was this many, how would you not realize that something was going on? That's more my point.
There was a guy in India not long ago who had a buzzing in his ears, and they pulled hundreds of maggots out of his ears.
Oh my God!
Hundreds of maggots removed from his ears. He had a little buzzing.
Ears. The whole ear, nose, throat thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Dr. Roche.
I remember after I had my LASIK, I was doing a bunch of eye drops, and got to the point where you could taste them.
The drops?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
You
it's just
could
getting your
taste it.
sinuses.
Yeah, it's just so weird that that shit's all connected. You know.
Well, you've seen people pull like
sure
stuff through their
But
nose
you don't think
and mouth.
You don't think of your eye drops as going down there. Ugh.
People will do that through their eye too.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. I don't want to see pictures of it, but yes.
Oh, God.
Yep. Yeah. Did you see that, by the way?
Yeah. Dr. Lam Ho Yo is a world-renowned hearing consultant.
What?
Hearing consultant.
What? Huh? 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 In a story that I don't know. What's that? Is something here?
Yeah.
Thanks, Biggie. I don't know if this is hot or very disturbing. There was a prostitution ring going on at a high school in Florida.
Put that on the disturbing side, but go on.
Really? You want to hear more, though?
Yeah.
If you were in high school, would you find it disturbing or just hot?
No, I wouldn't want to pay for sex in high school either.
Oh, God. I think you'd take it where you can get it in high school. If you got to flip a few bucks to someone,
no, dude.
So be it. 17-year-old recruited fellow students for a prostitution ring and coordinated deals on social media. Charged $50 to $100 in cash and alcohol. Deal.
God bless America, man.
That's right. He's charged with felony human trafficking after a Friday arrest near Sarasota. John Michael Mosher is 21. They're not naming the 17-year-old, but this guy was also arrested Friday. Police say he paid $40 and a bottle of liquor to have sex with a 15-year-old girl, 21 years old. She did not want to participate in the sex act, according to police.
Yeah, she did for a bottle of liquor.
Yeah.
I think that was the deal.
She probably split the 40 with the guy. You get 20, I get 20, and I get the bottle of liquor.
Got the liquor.
He did. And she did. She got the liquor and he got the liquor. Right?
She was even cheaper than E's last one.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. Like,
probably better looking.
He's been overpaying by like 3 times. The alleged ring first came to light in October after 4 students at Venice High School told administrators that the 17-year-old, a student at Sarasota High, and a male student from their school wanted them to join.
God, the ingenuity of the small businessman, you know?
Yeah.
At that young age.
I thought they just sold candy at that age.
Yeah.
Apparently not. How do you talk a 15-year-old girl into that? What?
I just didn't know what I just walked into.
Oh, did the pizza get here?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Oh, it's upstairs.
Son of a bitch.
That's what that reminded me of. Risky Business. Yeah. But this whole story, Risky Business.
Oh, was that when he was doing Risky Business?
Yeah. No,
God,
I think it would be fairly easy, to be honest. You know, I mean, you're talking chicks into banging you back then anyway. You could probably talk them into, you know, hey.
But it was a big deal back then.
You can make some money. You're banging anybody anyway.
Maybe that's the difference here, is that kids just so
desensitized to it.
Yeah.
About that.
Yeah, we have talked about that. Because when we were in high school, if you banged a chick in high school,
it's a big deal.
It was a big deal. It was a very big deal.
I don't think it is anymore.
That's scary.
Yeah.
What is the history of venereal disease going to evolve to? Seriously. I mean, if they're getting younger and younger and they're just...
God, these kids.
They're just horn around at 12. I mean, seriously, it's crazy. Students told officers that the ringleader coordinated at least 3 prostitution deals, including the one with this Masha guy through Facebook private messaging. There was a search warrant issued for the 17-year-old's Facebook account. They found conversations between potential clients and participants, along with details of how the transactions would be made.
It's so ballsy. Think where this guy's headed. You know, he's doing that at 17.
Yeah.
It's opening a prostitution ring at his high school.
Hey, Jay.
Fast forward 30 years.
Yeah.
You know?
He's an entrepreneur, Jay. What's wrong with that?
We covered that.
Kind of is.
When you were paying for pizza.
Yeah.
Your pizza.
No, it's not mine.
I know.
Can you imagine, though? I mean, clearly he's probably gotten suspended or expelled, but no way would anybody ever get suspended like for that kind of stuff when we were in school.
Oh, I know. It'd be epic. That would be like mind-boggling.
Right. The things you get expelled for or suspended before back in the day pale in
For
comparison
sure.
to
Yeah.
these days.
This wins. He won.
Yeah. I don't think I could bang a hooker in high school.
Right. That's what we started out with. This. I
Yeah.
agree.
I
would not be paying for that in high school.
I mean, when I was out of high school, gladly. But in high school, I've been too scared to. I'd be, I don't know. God, I wish we were in high school now. I think that's the point of this. Between teachers and hookers at school, high school rules now. High school sucked when we were there.
It's a lot different.
The teachers were ugly. Most of the girls were prudes. You had to work your ass off to get a piece. Like, I'd give anything to go back to high school now.
Oh, yeah.
This sucks. Can we do that?
I wish.
Can we go back to high school? No?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Sucks, man. Bummed. Did you hear the Cowardly Lion costume was being sold at auction?
That's a cool one, yeah.
You like that one?
I always liked that guy.
What?
He was my
Cowardly
favorite.
Lion?
Yeah, he was my
That
favorite.
was your favorite?
Yes.
Oh.
Put up your dukes.
Yeah.
Did he do stuff like that?
Put up your dukes.
Put up your dukes.
Come on, put up your dukes. Yeah, he was awesome. And he actually did have a really cool outfit. Remember, he had like the small hips.
Yeah.
Sort of.
And the hair. I mean, he was a panoosed lion.
Yeah.
He was not a lioness.
Right. He had the mane.
Not like question that the lion was walking upright.
Yeah.
Dude,
it was 1939.
That's what you look at in that whole scenario? How is the lion walking upright? You've got frickin' witches flying around. You've got
monkeys flying
trees
around.
throwing apples at people.
Yeah.
You've got a scarecrow dancing around. A tin man.
A tin
and
man.
you ask how the lion stands on
Walks.
his hind legs.
Which we've seen
just
lions
like the
do.
lioness did when he busted out of that.
We
when she
have
busted
seen
out of that
lions
fence.
do that.
Yeah. It physically can be done in our world.
Never mind. Sorry.
Thank you.
And that's the question you ask?
Yeah, I guess.
Monkeys, flying monkeys. And this is the question he asked.
I know.
What did it go for? $3 million?
Over $3 million. It was the actual one that Burt Lair wore in the 1939
And there was only
film.
one?
There were two.
Okay.
One that he wore. There was a secondary costume that sold for over $1 million. A secondary costume.
Wow.
They also sold the upright Casablanca piano, which got $3.4 million.
Ugh.
Isn't
That
that
movie
crazy?
sucked.
Casablanca?
Casablanca?
Really?
That movie sucked.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I know.
Rosebud.
I know it's a popular
That is not.
movie.
That is not from Casablanca.
Is that not
That's
from
Citizen Kane?
Oh, you're right. God damn it!
That movie sucked.
That
too.
movie did suck. Why does everybody
Big
act
time.
like that Citizen Kane is the best movie of all time?
have no
Cinematic
idea.
genius? Are you kidding me?
Sucked.
I was bored to tears through Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
Rosebud. It's a sled.
Yeah.
Big deal. It's a sled. Sorry. Don't mean to ruin it for you.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler
No,
alert.
but Casablanca, really, Jay? That's bad too.
Yes, it sucks.
They all suck back
Most
then.
old movies do.
I like older movies.
Oh,
Really?
I
They
find
blow.
myself watching.
He's talking about Top Gun.
Yeah.
No,
when he says older movies.
I'm talking about Turner movie classic, like movies in the 50s. I'll go and end up watching them.
Yeah,
Singing in the Rain. You'd watch that and enjoy
Oh.
it.
Probably.
Brutal.
I talked about that
You
history
know
of
those-
film and documentary class I had at State
Yeah.
with the guy who wrote Top Gun. Talked about that before, but
Yeah.
it made me watch a lot of those, and I guess I have a bit more of an appreciation for them. But I also realized a lot of those classics, quote unquote, suck.
Jay, you know what it is? I just
Totally
like
agree.
the old time. I think I like seeing people like, wearing top hats and people, yes sir, and they're having their brandy at lunch.
They're lousy actors back then, though. They
don't
haven't
know.
perfected the acting game.
I don't know.
It's
I
not
like,
a yeah, see?
me
Yeah,
and
we're going over here, see?
Yeah.
Me and my dad find ourselves quite often.
What's
watching
that dame
TMZ.
doing? Yeah.
Look at the gams on her.
Well, I like it, I guess. It's simple.
What do you like? What do you like? What movie?
Frankly,
I
my
can't-
idea.
I
I don't
honestly
give a
Can't
damn.
even think of one.
Jay, I don't.
Just the genre. You're just thinking of the period.
I don't know any names. But what usually happens is my dad likes to watch them.
So you would watch
I'll
a
walk
Bing
in.
Crosby movie.
Probably. I'll walk in. My dad will be watching one. I'll say, "What is this?" He'll tell me what it is.
Some Like It Hot
Maybe I
with
don't
Jack Lemmon.
know. Maybe.
You'd be like, yeah,
But the point is,
Fiddler on the Roof. I'm in.
I'm in. Pass the popcorn.
there is no freaking way.
Tony,
I'm
get
only-
off the couch.
Oh, shut
I need
the
a spot.
fuck up. There's
You would
no
never
way.
move Tony, would you?
What?
You would
No.
never move Tony off the couch, would you?
I moved Tony off the couch.
Do you?
Yeah.
Tony's gorgeous.
Is he?
Yeah.
You really should have been there when they walked in. I literally was like, it was like my baby. It was like, here's my mom and dad, and here's Tony.
The only person I've told I love you.
Yeah, Tony was beautiful. I'll
No,
give him
dude,
that.
my dad will watch these movies, and I'll sit down, and I'll end up getting addicted and watch the whole one sometimes.
See that's where you lose me, E, because I can see sitting down for a moment and then not getting addicted.
Yeah.
It's the exact opposite. You sit down and you go, oh yeah, okay, Marilyn Monroe, I should check this. This sucks.
I don't
I'm
know.
outta here.
I get into them. My dad will be watching them, and I'll get into them. Movies like this when they're running for
Some
the
Like
train.
It Hot, dude.
Yeah, there we go.
Jack Lemmon.
Yep.
Marilyn Monroe.
I like it.
Tony Curtis.
Tony Curtis.
Well, maybe I just have a more
From
acquired.
Here to Eternity.
Jay, maybe I just have a more
You know?
acquired palate than you, Jay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or you're just too lazy to turn the channel. So anyway, I wonder what my Hollywood costume would sell for.
Care to disclose what it is?
No.
What do you mean?
I have
You have
Eminem's
one?
outfit from 8 Mile.
No way.
Yeah.
He does. He showed me it the other day.
Are
I'm
you
like,
serious?
What?
Yeah. I have his whole
Can I
outfit.
see it?
Yeah. I don't know.
No,
I won't
no.
touch it.
He showed
I
me
know,
though.
yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I did show Jay.
I want to see it now.
I mean, he dressed like a bum in 8 Mile.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know,
it's
but
it actually
it
looks like what
me.
Mike's wearing right now.
I
I
know.
could wear it out and you wouldn't even think twice. You'd be like, oh, cool.
I know, but it's still that's the idea of it.
Yeah.
I want to see it now.
Yeah, it's upstairs.
That's awesome.
I wonder what it would go for if I could get $3 million for it at some point. You think
Dad
8 Mile
to
will?
be dead
Yeah.
before that happens, probably.
Care to disclose what you got it for?
No, but not $3 million. It was a lot cheaper than that. Yeah, it's not like the Cowardly Lion costume is so, that's like the slippers from
Right.
Wizard of Oz,
Yeah.
like,
Oh, it's epic. It's
yeah.
Is there
One of
anything
a
you would
kind.
buy, Jay? I know you're not really like that, like memorabilia person, but is there anything that you would maybe buy?
for a minute.
Okay.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, I don't know if there's anything I would. I don't know.
You would buy a Stormtrooper
I
outfit.
was gonna say maybe something from Star Wars, something classic. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Han Solo's blaster.
Mm.
I don't know.
See, the problem is, like, I don't know, movies that I like Back to the Future is one of my favorite movies. But you know what? What does Mary McFly wear? Just an '80s vest and jeans. I mean,
No, you buy the DeLorean.
Oh, if I ever make real money, I will buy a DeLorean, and I will make it look like.
Oh yeah, I've thought this through, Mike.
I will buy a DeLorean if I can in my
Really?
lifetime. Yes, I will. It doesn't have to be the movie one from the movie, but I will buy one, and I will make it look like it's the Back to the Future.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Never mind.
Do we have any email, Jay?
Got a few.
Do we?
E writes in, hey guys, so in the last 5 months, me, my wife, my mom, my boy Tony V, and now Jay have been rear-ended. What the fuck is going on with these
What?
idiot cocksuckers and their driving? I suppose it's the lawyer in Jay that makes him back off comments, but this kid who hit you while looking at his phone and then lies to you about why it happened is an asshole. I think I might have said, he's not an asshole, he's just a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple, it's the definition. I'm sure you're a truly decent individual, but that doesn't mean you have to back off calling it what it is. Also, the Jose and Jose B story had me laughing endlessly. Reminded me of my 5-year-old daughter naming the replacement for her teddy bear known as Teddy B as Teddy C.
Really?
Very clever of her. The 3-year-old now has a Teddy D. Not near as funny as the genius of Hose B, though. Thanks for all the laughs. Tell E to lick a dry stalk.
Well, she is a girl, so she can't be that funny.
Right. Just sort of
point.
funny.
Cheap shot, but good point.
Lick a dry stalk. E.
What a he's so good at Walters is so good at stuff like that. He's kind of a cheap shot, but it's a good point. Like he's agreeing with me, but
I believe they call that the backhanded compliment.
I know you're very. That's what you're very good at backhanded compliments.
I know. Thank you. You're right.
See right there.
You're a prick, but you're right. Can't argue with your genius.
Anthony writes in, "Hey guys, what the fuck is up with no vag Eric Tard?" That's a play on words from your dude from high school. No
I
Sag
caught that.
Negetnarb,
Absolutely.
who by the way is on the holiday shirt.
Right.
No Sag Negetnarb made it.
Of course he did. Didn't he?
Dude's drinking his own piss. It really turns the chicks on. Biggie waiting to move. There's been a lot of this-y. I mean, there's
what?
public outcry about you drinking your own piss. There's chicks who are worried about you, dude. People who are legitimately kind of going.
Well, maybe they should look at themselves in the mirror. I don't know. Who cares? I guess. I get it, but whatever.
You love that response.
What was his response?
I don't know. Maybe they should look in the mirror or whatever.
I'm sure
awesome.
none of them do anything that if I thought I'd be like, that's disgusting.
I bet they don't do anything like that.
Once a month they do.
There you go.
No, I'd be willing to say no. Most people out there
Are they going to put out for Big E? Are they going to put out for Big E?
Are they going to put out for him?
Yeah.
No.
Then don't worry about it. They don't need to worry about it.
Right, if they're married, some married woman is sitting there worried about it.
Mostly the commentary is like, Big E, you're trying to get the chicks, and this isn't going to help you.
Yeah, I didn't realize I'd done that night, but I don't shy from it. It is what it is. I'm not worried about that.
Is Big E, Anthony continues, is Big E waiting to move out of his mom's house before he comes out of the closet? Way too many signs he's more comfortable with the men. He looks gay, sounds gay. He'll die on gay. Eat a bag of stalks. You other guys keep up the awesome work.
What are you going to do?
Can't please everybody, righty?
Yeah, what was it? You're going to make 50 people happy and 50 people mad, right? Or whatever, I don't know.
I think that's exactly how that saying goes. Good job.
Trevor writes in, "What's up, guys? I was just wondering if you ever inquired as to why Biggie was willing to jam a dry stock down his urine-coated throat for a mere $20,000, but is deathly afraid of taking a finger to the ass. Could there have been some hooty-hoo style hazing during his cross-country days?
Scenario situation.
Or his homeschooling?
Way different scenario.
Is that how Chubbs acquired his nickname?
Scenario.
Just something you might want to look into.
Yeah, what a way different scenario.
Should we put this in the Astronom file? Perhaps this issue?
What a way different scenario.
Jay broached this subject the other day, and I hadn't gone down that road and thought much about it, but the more I think about it, something happened to your butt at some point.
No, it did not.
Something did.
No.
You don't have to disclose it right now, but at some point we'll drag it out of you. You said you would quit the show. You would quit the show before letting someone check your prostate.
That is true. I might do that.
See, but he's really opinionated about certain things like electricity. He says he won't do snakes, chicks peeing now, and butt. So I'm wondering if there's like a combination. Because he feels that strongly against it.
I know. It's weird.
Tom writes in, "Fellas, I meant to send this picture to you guys earlier and forgot. Anyway, I was in Lexington, Kentucky at the end of October for a corporate meeting, and one of the events was a trip to Keeneland Horse Track. I'd never been to a horse track before, and when the jockeys came out to their horses, I literally started laughing out loud around all these corporate stiffs. It didn't help that I had a few gin and tonics in me. All I could think about was the episode where you guys described jockeys as wee people. They're wee.
They are so
little
wee.
wee people stapled on there.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't truthfully explain why I was laughing, as it wouldn't have been politically correct. Later on, we went down to the paddock area, and on the way down, there was a row of about 15 jockey statues, picture attached. Here's one. Look at these jockey statues. That's what you see like outside of homes sometimes.
Yeah, on the lawn.
Yeah.
Lawn jockeys.
Yeah. I couldn't help it and started laughing again. This time it was no big deal.
Look at those dudes. Look at those wee little men.
Look at them.
They're adorable.
Just cute little fellas.
Now, I could see those guys riding around on Fukfas A and Fukfas B, the pygmy giraffes, but I don't think we'd fit, Jay.
Come on, man. Don't poo-poo it. Let's sleep on it. That might...
All right.
So Tom continues. This time it was no big deal because I was only with a couple of buddies. I can now personally attest that they are wee people. So he's witnessed this. They're indeed wee. It's interesting how your show impacts people the way it does. Dare I say that I think you guys have a big show. Seriously, though, the show you put on is awesome. It's the main show of any radio-type format that I look forward to listening to. I was a big DNM fan, but I was good, if not better, than that show. It's refreshing to be able to listen to a show and hear honest thoughts and opinions on a subject without the fear of being fined or fired. Keep it stiff.
Amen.
And eat a bag of dry stalks E. Goodbye and ciao.
Dare I say, I think it's becoming very hipster of people to suck dick, Eric. I think it'd be cooler if someone didn't say suck.
It is a little normcore, but that's all right.
It's becoming normcore to say suck dick, Eric.
All right, this was just handed to me.
Yeah, I haven't read it. It was handed to me. I'm not even kidding.
It's worthy.
Okay.
It just came in.
Stacy writes in, so we know Big E will drink breast milk and his own piss straight up with no mixers or chasers, but is he man enough to cook with cum? And yes, there is a website and a couple of cookbooks available on Amazon, cookingwithcum.com.
No, I wouldn't do that. No.
That would be outrageous.
To set the record straight, I don't cook with jizz. A high school classmate is
This is disgusting.
a holistic healer and some sort of self-proclaimed sexual savant and conspiracy theorist. He posts this shit on Facebook. See, this is why you screen emails.
Yeah.
This is why you don't let Tim cook for emails.
Yeah, because you're going to get cooking with cum emails.
Yeah.
Semenology.
The Detroit Cast should invent the cookbooks, and I think Eric might enjoy the macho mojito recipe on the website. The photo looks oh so appetizing. Eric, rise
All right, stop.
to the challenge.
We don't want to waste ink out of our printer on this.
Gross.
Holy shit.
Stop it. That is so gross.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, you would. For $1 or $2?
Not for $1 or $2.
50?
Let's just start with your own. Your own, yes.
Your own you do for free on the house.
No.
Your own on the house.
$10.
Jay's $50.
Hold on, stop. His $10. You do your own.
Have to be at least 1,000.
Oh,
Get out of here. You just suck a dick for 1,000. What are you talking about?
To eat my own cum.
It comes out of the same urethra that piss you down 24 ounces of comes out of.
Yeah, but
I would venture to say you've already done your own cum.
No.
At some point, you haven't shot yourself in the face? Nothing? I don't know if I believe that.
I think it'd have to be 1,000.
No way.
You haven't just got curious-y and tried it?
No.
Would we be able to film it?
I was gonna catch me up. Like
Now I got him. I'll bring the curiosity question out.
Could we film it for 1,000?
Isn't it true that you've been curious and tried it?
No.
Bi-curious?
No, I'm not bi-curious. I'm not.
On that note, foosball, ping pong, hottest sales staff in Oakland County. That's Zott Ford and Holly with their massive new and all makes and models pre-owned inventory. They have the vehicle you're looking for. Come in now and enjoy the Zott Ford experience. They have an award-winning service department, and if you mention the Detroit Cast, you get 10% off your bill. So
and
go
tell
in
them
now.
Big E from the Detroit Cast sent you.
There you go. East Holly Road, exit 98. Go see them.
Hey, any businesses, groups out there in need of huge savings on computers or electronic equipment, if that's you, contact NationwideSurplus.com. They sell everything computer-related, can offer great deals on bulk purchases of hardware and software, everything from laptops, servers, scanners, projectors, and more. They have it all. They also buy decommissioned equipment, so check them out at NationwideSurplus.com. Shop now. Use the promo code PINKHAT. You'll get an additional 10% off your purchase. That's huge savings just for the mention of the Detroit Cast. So don't wait. Check them out at nationwidesurplus.com just in time for the holidays, and we'll have another announcement from them next week that sounds really exciting. So if you're into maybe big screen TVs, we might have a special deal for you on those as well. So stay tuned for that. And I think that should do it for today, right?
Yeah, don't forget to check out the holiday shirt.
Yeah, and Postback, we'll have a link for it ASAP as soon as we can.
Yep.
So it'll be up there, and we hope you guys like it. Let us know.
And we hope you all have a great Thanksgiving.
Shit, you're right. God, that's
right.
so weird.
Happy Boxing Day.
In a month.
To our Canadian friends.
In a month.
And
we'll remind you of that as we get closer to it.
Right.
I gotta be honest, Jay.
Happy Boxing Day in just 2 days. So
this is really weird to me.
What?
Like this is the first time since I've known, because you've known Jay for a long time. So this is the first time since I've known you that I won't see you for this amount of days in a row.
Are you missing him already? He hasn't even left the house.
I'm bummed. I'm not gonna see Jay until Sunday.
It's funny, dude. I look forward to Jay walking in my house every day, going, Miguel.
Hey, buddy.
Miguel, and I just go, hey, buddy. Every day. I look forward to that, though. I look forward to that arrival. I gotta say.
Jay, I miss you already.
I'll miss y'all too. I'll miss the badge specs. I'll miss your pink hat.
Why don't you hug it out, E? Hug it out with Jay.
No, we had enough of that last
No,
week.
hug it out. Come on, we know you're a hugger. We know you're a hugger, E. Holiday hugger.
Give me a few beers, maybe.
Hey, you guys have a great holiday. Thank you so much for hanging with the Detroit Cast. We can't tell you how much it means to us. And to hear how much people seem to be enjoying the show means more than you guys know. So thank you for all the support, and have a great holiday. We'll be back Monday, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we'll pick it up again. Again, enjoy your holiday season, your Boxing Day, your Thanksgiving. Go Lions.
Boxing Day, December 26th, but
no,
preview.
I heard it was the day after Thanksgiving, so that's what I'm going with. So happy Boxing Day out to our neighbors to the north, and happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, K-Dog. I know you're listening. So yeah, we'll see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.
Listen to God, watch you grow. You know not what remains that love. All your